I'm here to talk about our app. You can watch it on your computer or phone using your web browser or by downloading any of the apps which are included in your subscription. To sign up, head to app.cosmickids.com. Pick a monthly or an annual subscription, and then you get a 2-week free trial to see if you like it. Yoga Club. Hello and welcome to Yoga Club. This week a special back to school yoga club as we get ready to step up for some new learning. I know you'll be great. Before we get into our back to school yoga fun, let's hear from some of you and your wonderful messages you've been sending. Hello to Sarah, age 10, and Savio, age 3. They live in Dubai in the UAE and request a miraculous ladybug adventure and a Spider-Man one. Great ideas there. Glad to hear your brother enjoys the yoga discos and you both enjoy the yoga so much. Hello to Evie, aged 2, and Ezra, aged 5, in Seattle. Lavia writes in and tells me they do yoga on the Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays each week and they love the videos. Thanks for writing in and big love to you all in Seattle. Hello to Nyara, who is turning 10 in September. I hope you had fun at summer camp and thank you for the awesome Roblox links. I will check them out. It's great that these could work for yoga and I've been trying to work out for ages what the connection could be between yoga and Roblox. So this helps me a lot. Thanks, Nyara. Hello to Kai in Idaho and congratulations on your tooth now being out. That is great. Mario Yoga, yes, we have it on the Cosmic Kids app. Go to app.cosmickids.com to go and see it. Chess would be a brilliant theme for a yoga adventure and thanks for sharing your favourite numbers too. Hello to Minori, also on YouTube. Thanks for the ideas to do a Rapunzel adventure and another Pokemon one too. I have a Rapunzel one written, so that will be happening very soon. And Pokemon seems to be loved by so many people. I'll see if I can do another. Finally, hello to Annette, who turned 7 on August the 16th. Happy birthday, Annette, and happy birthday to your little sister, Isla, who is 2 on August the 22nd. I hope you had wonderful birthdays in Sandy, Oregon, and thank you for your lovely message. Now it's time for some yoga club fun. So here we go with some back to school excellence in our yoga and mindfulness. The Cosmic Kids Yoga Pose Universe. Chair pose. Coming to stand with your feet together, keeping a nice long back, we bend our knees and sweep our arms up to either sides of our ears. And we sit back like we're sitting on a chair. Now, chair pose is very good for giving you super strong legs and a strong core. It's also very good for getting your heart pumping and giving your backs of your ankles a lovely stretch, your Achilles tendon. Now, chair pose is quite a challenging pose. The longer you stay in it, the harder it gets. Now, chairs, they come in all shapes and sizes, don't they? Yes, you get rocking chairs, stools, armchairs, and sometimes chairs can be rather grand and become thrones. Sandwich pose. I love sandwiches. Coming to sit down on our bottoms with our legs out long. We start with our bottom slice of bread, bending our knees a little bit so we can reach our arms up and fold forwards, laying it down. Ready? Ooh. Now, sandwich pose is really good for calming our minds, making a little bit of quiet in our day, and for stretching the backs of our legs and our backs. Very good. Now, we need to put some butter on this bottom slice of bread. So sit up nice and tall, stretch your legs long and bring your hands in. Let's sing our butter song. Ready? Here we go. Butter, butter, butter. Butter, butter, butter. Butter, butter, butter. Tiny bit more. Butter, butter, butter. I think that's enough butter, don't you? Now we need to do the twists to put our fillings in our sandwich. Arms out wide. Now, as we do these twists, it's very good for our digestion and helping our tummies. We twist one way and we get our lettuce. Lovely lettuce. Here it is. Pop it in. Ooh. Arms out wide again. We twist the other way to get some cheeky cheese. Here it is. Cheese. Arms out wide again. We twist the other way. And I think we need some tasty tomatoes. Yes. Bringing them forwards. Let's chop them. Chop, 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 chop. Chop, 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 chop. Arms out wide. And let's twist this way again and get another nice little bit of lettuce just to go on top. Here we go. Ooh. Yummy. Now we need that top slice of bread. Reach your arms up nice and high, bend those knees a little bit and fold forwards. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, delicious. Oh, that was quick. Sandwich pose. Today, we will use affirmations to help ourselves feel stronger and more confident. To do that, we're going into the rainbow tunnel. Let's begin. Coming into our dog pose. Down onto your knees, take your hands forwards, tuck your toes and lift your hips up to the sky. This is the beginning of the tunnel and we need to wiggle in on our tummies. Coming down onto your knees, lower to your belly, then curl your shoulders up as you wiggle inside. We come to the first colour, which is red, where we see an amazing elephant. Coming up to stand in your elephant pose. Take your feet a little bit wider, your hand up to make a trunk, and your other hand behind you like a little tail. We trumpet like an elephant. Awoo! And again. Awoo! Coming all the way up. The elephant looks at us and says, "Today you will be strong." We bring our hands together at our hearts and we say it back. Today I will be strong. And we move on. Coming back onto your bellies, everyone, all the way down. We curl our shoulders up and we wriggle in a bit further into the rainbow tunnel, where we come to orange. Here we see a dolphin. Coming up high on your knees, everyone, and clap your fins together. We crisscross our fingers, come down onto our elbows, and we move forwards and backwards, like we're diving through the waves with our dolphin friend. The dolphin stops and it sits up high and it says, "Today you will make something awesome." We sit back on our heels, bring our hands to our hearts, and we say, "Today I will make something awesome." We carry on through the tunnel, coming back down to our bellies, curling our shoulders up to wriggle in a little bit further. And we come to the yellow area, where we meet a lion. The lion does an amazingly loud roar. Coming onto your knees, everyone. After 3, big loud roar with your tongue sticking out. Like that. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. The lion says to us, "Today you will have confidence." We bring our hands to our hearts and we say it back. "Today I will have confidence." And we carry on through the tunnel, coming back down onto your tummies, hands under your shoulders, roll yourself up and wiggle in a little bit further. Now we come to the green area. Sitting up tall, put your legs out long. We see a mermaid. She swishes her tail around to one side, puts one hand on her knee, takes the other hand behind her and looks over her shoulder. She looks back at us and she says, "Ooh la la." Then she swishes her tail round to the other side, puts her other hand on her knee, looks up and over her shoulder, sitting up very tall. Then she looks at us and she says, "Today you will be full of love and light. We cross our legs in front of us. We bring our hands together and we say it back. Today, I will be full of love and light. And we carry on through the tunnel. Back onto our tummies, everyone, curling all the way up as we wiggle on through into the blue, where we meet a Tweety Bird. Coming up onto your knees, nice and high, arms wide. Wrap your arms and move your elbows up and down as you go tweet, 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 tweet. Arms wide, wrap them the other way. The Tweety Bird says to us, today you will speak kindly and honestly. We sit back. We bring our hands to our heart and we say it back. Today I will speak kindly and honestly. And we carry on through the rainbow tunnel. Back onto your bellies, everyone, to wiggle in a little bit further, where we come to the indigo area, where we meet a cat. Come up onto all fours, walking your knees in, bringing your hands under your shoulders so you're in a nice straight line. The cat arches its back and then dips its belly down to wiggle-waggle its tail as it says, today you will try something new. We sit back on our heels again, bring our hands to our hearts, and we say it back. Today, I will try something new. And we carry on. Back onto your tummies, everyone, wiggling through a little bit further. And we come to the last area, the violet area, where we meet an owl. Coming up to sit on your knees, bring your hands in between your knees. As you lift up, say tweet. As you lower down, say too. And again, tweet, too. The owl says to us, today you will be great. We bring our hands together at our hearts and we say it back. Today I will be great. We stop here for a moment, taking our hands down onto our lap, turning our palms up and closing our eyes. We breathe. And as we breathe and sit here, we believe all of the words that we have said to ourselves today to make all of those things come true. We open our eyes. The rainbow of confidence has worked. Have a good day, everyone. Can you think of a time when you may have avoided doing something because you were worried about getting things wrong or not being good enough? Maybe you had a go once and it didn't go so well, so you decided that you wouldn't do it again. It might have been something at school, like a maths problem, or a sport, like basketball, when you couldn't score the basket, or playing an instrument, putting up a tent, baking a cake, catching a ball, or trying out your new roller skates. Ah, well, you thought, no, I'm no good at that, no point trying anymore. You think that being good at something is somehow fixed and you can't change it. Well, we call this way of thinking a fixed mindset. Now, here's a little fun secret for you. Your brain loves it when you do challenging things because it actually makes your brain stronger. When you make mistakes and learn from them. When you try different ways of solving the problem you're faced with. Or when you just put in the practice and effort to get good at what you're doing. Your brain is like a muscle and it has all these cool connections to your body. Scientists call these neural pathways. To get good at something, you have to stick at it long enough. Exercise your brain enough for your special neural pathways to grow and connect, so you get good at stuff. When you stick at something, you make mistakes. Maybe you fall over a few times, but you keep getting up. We call this way of thinking a growth mindset. Using a growth mindset is a way of you deliberately challenging yourself, so your brain builds these strong neural pathways. So that's the science bit. Now, I'd like to give you my top 5 things you can do to pump up your growth mindset. Number 1, go for it.
Zen Den.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Cosmic Kids Zen Den, our place for helping our minds be healthy, strong and happy. Sit yourself comfortably and take a big deep breath. Clear your mind, let your body settle and enjoy the space you have right now to tap into yourself. As you come to the Zen Den more and more, you are mastering the most important thing to learn, understanding yourself and how to be happy and enjoy your life. Now, I wonder if you can think of a time when you've had to perform in some way. Maybe you've had to speak, act, or sing or dance in front of other people. Or you've had to play a big sports game at school. Or you've had to take an important test. You know it's coming up, the days are ticking by, and soon you have to do it. This can feel exciting, but also a little bit frightening. This is what it means to feel nervous. Perhaps you are worried about being looked at, or whether what you do will be good enough. Perhaps you worry about what everyone watching will think about you when you do it. Close your eyes if you like, and try to remember a time like this when you've had to do something. It might have been a time when you had to stand up in front of your friends in class, or maybe in front of all the kids and teachers in school. Can you think of one? It's funny, even when you think about it now, even though it's past, it's still normal to feel a little nervous. Nervous feelings are natural when we have to perform. We are doing something that is challenging and important for us, something that will help us learn and become better, stronger and smarter. We want to do brilliantly, of course. It feels really important, and this means we can start to feel nervous. Generally, we feel nervousness in our bodies. Sometimes our heart beats faster, or we might feel like we've got butterflies in our tummy, a kind of wriggly, fluttery feeling in our tummy. Another thing that happens is our breathing can become really tight. It's a scary feeling, as if the body is imagining that we're in danger. We're not, of course. It just feels that way. The good news is there are clever ways to balance this fizzy, breathless, nervous feeling with the calmness and focus we need to do our best. If we can be calm, we can keep our heads nice and clear as we do our performance and do it really well, and even enjoy it. And this is where your Zen Den mindfulness practice comes in. We use it to calm ourselves down so we can do our talk or performance brilliantly. Let's try something now that you can use whenever you have something coming up that you need to settle your nerves for. I'm going to call it finger breathing. Hold up your hand and bring your finger to the base of your thumb, where your hand meets your wrist. You can use either hand. Close your eyes and breathe out all of your air. Now slowly start to breathe in and slide your finger all the way up one side of your thumb. When you get to the top of your thumb and you're full of breath, now slide down the inside of your thumb as you breathe out. Let's keep going along our hand, breathing in as we go up the side of our fingers and breathing out as we slide down the other side. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. When you get to the end and your finger reaches the base of your hand on the little finger side, you'll have taken 5 lovely, calming, steady breaths. It also feels quite nice, a little bit tickly on your fingers as you do it, which is good to focus on. Notice how you feel now. Hopefully you feel a little calmer and clearer. Whenever you feel some nerves and you want to return to feeling nice and calm, finger breathing is something you can do to help yourself. You don't even need to close your eyes. Just use the outline of your thumb and fingers to guide your breath, and take as many rounds as you need. It will steady you. Your mind will become clearer. And then you can really focus on what you are doing and do it really well. When you know how to calm your nerves like this, they are less likely to get in the way of doing a brilliant performance. Taking this time to breathe, to focus your mind and calm yourself means you can even start to think about enjoying the performance and doing something you are really proud of. I hope that's been helpful and you are able to make big moments in your life some of the best moments ever. And remember, keep up the practice to become a true Cosmic Kid Zen Den master. Bye-bye.